Welcome back to another Canon Quick Shot, a quick review of a non-comic book or superhero movie on the Boom Bust channel. I'm your host, Terry, and today reviewing Cats, directed by Tom Hooper, I believe. But the adaptation of the famous Broadway musical. So look, off the top, let me just say I don't know anything about Cats, the Broadway show. I never saw it. I only seen one Broadway show in my life, but I don't know any of the songs. I don't know the story. I know anything about Cats going into this. So it's very difficult to separate what is just adaptation and what is, just core to Cats. But even in that, watching the movie for itself, I'm just going by the assumption that most of it is from Cats. I could just say that I probably wouldn't like Cats. I mean, I never thought Cats from what I saw was something I wanted to see. Again, never heard any of the songs that like stuck with me. So watching this movie, it made kind of sense that I wasn't grabbed by the story or the music or any of that. But even with that being said, I look at the execution of it and it's pretty good. But the elephant in the room is the visual effects. Now, for me, I thought it looked great. Like, I did not understand what everybody was talking about in the trailers. I'm like, this looks amazing. And then I found out it was all VFX. It's not, their real bodies and costumes or nothing. It's all VFX. And so I'm like, that's crazy because this looks amazing. Now, the issue, though, is that some people just like, it looks weird. And to me, I'm like, it looks like what you would want a cat to look like, or a human cat. And so some people like, that's just weird. But then the reviews come out and they're like, no, it's terrible. So I'm like, I don't know. And the thing that I realized, like, once you get into the movie is that it's great. Like any other visual effects, it is great when it's in the dark, like in the dark setting, and it's close up and there's not a lot of movement, because then you could really focus in on the finer details. So like the faces are really, for the most part, excellent. Like, you see the shots in the trailer, which made people think it was some type of makeup CGI combo, and it's not. Like, you see Judi Dench, you see Ian McKellen, you see Jennifer Hudson, all these people, like, when you're looking at them close up and they're not doing a whole bunch of movement, it looks great. Or even if it's one or two people dancing, it's really nice. But when it gets to be ensemble of cats, or it gets to be a wide shot, or it gets to be like a lot of dance movements that aren't very graceful and elegant. So like there's moments where they do break dancing and stuff, and like the ballet stuff is kind of smooth and elegant, you could sway with it. But when they start doing like quick twitch movements, the CGI is terrible. And so it's really difficult in some moments, but I feel like, it's no worse than watching a CW show or any other TV show with bad special effects. It's not worse than that at all. It can take you out a little bit, but I would say if you're a fan of Cats, I would assume you'll like this. Because yes, the visual is like, okay, this is wonky, but the cast is great. And like, I don't know, again, I'm not a fan of the songs, but if you like Cats, I would assume that hearing these talented people perform it and seeing the talented dancing and the choreography, for the most part, when it's not weird CGI, is great. And the set pieces are great. Like, this is a movie Hollywood would have ate up 100%. And so the visual effects is really the big talk of it. So if you like Cats, you really probably like this. If you are a fan of musicals like I am, a casual fan of musicals, I think those two fans will be able to get past the weirdness and appreciate what everything else it has to offer. However, if you're like somebody that just doesn't really jive with musicals and you never seen Cats, not sure why you'd be watching this, but I don't think you'll end up liking it that much, because then it'll be hard. You'll be so distracted from everything else. But overall, it's got some positive things to offer up. Not thinking that I'll go see it again, but I was kind of lost in it because it was my first time ever experiencing whatever the story of Cats was. So I was kind of lost in it. Even though I wasn't fully invested, I was like really in the moment of it. So I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 69. No jokes intended. 69.7. I'm on the border of a C minus, but I'm gonna go with 69 D plus. It's not offensive, but part of what you're trying to execute is this this world that immerses you into like this cat-like figure with these visual effects, and you know that's part of what you were trying to accomplish, and they did a terrible job at it. I just think, you know, they tried to do was ahead of what the technology could do. And so for that, I got to give them a lower grade. But anyway, go down comment sections. Let me know if you've seen Cats. Let me know what you thought. Most people probably don't want to see Cats, but let me know what you thought from the trailer or anything else. And share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe. And if you heard it here, it's official canon.